Shalom. First and foremost, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Bahashem Merkakwadash, the abundance to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that tells his truth, and much respect to the Akim out there laboring in his work, and peace and salutations to the hopefully elect that are scattered across the four corners of the earth. To you I say, Shalom. So all the signs are there, man. All the signs that are leading up into the great collapse of America are here. If you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you can see that this place is getting ready to implode upon itself. A lot of people are going to be put into some very dire situations very soon. So this is why the word is going out to let you Israelites know that your support system deal with America is soon going to come into an end. So here we are, as you see here from politics, shutdown, showdown, threatens the U.S. government paychecks, right? So for all you niggas out there who like to talk about the bag and you got a good job, this and that, well, when the government shuts down and they pause your checks, then what are you gonna do, man? Your support system has just crumbled upon you. And it's gonna get even worse than that. The whole system is eventually gonna collapse. But this is just a little taste of what's to come. Because eventually they will shut this thing down. Okay, so let's read some of this real quick. Millions of Americans braced Monday for pay and welfare checks to stop within days as Congress careened toward a damaging government shutdown, with Republican right-wingers blocking attempts to pass a budget. All right. So yeah, of course there was recent talks about a government shutdown, and they was able to make it continue, but there's going to be a point in which it's not going to continue, man. That's what we're trying to tell you people out there. All right, let's read this other point here. It says the Biden administration also warned that 7 million people who rely on the food aid program for women and children could also see their money stop. All right. And of course, we know that's the majority of you Jake women out there. Keisha and Big Shirley, big ass. In which this whole time you stunted on the Jake man by using the governmental assistance from your daddy Esau. And here it is, your daddy's about to take away that shit. So you women are going to be in that terrible case in that time. That's why we always say through the spirit, you women with children who stay by yourself, who, especially the ones who are not in this faith. I'm not talking about the ones who are in the faith, but for the ones who are outside this council, the first thing they're going to do is go to Esau when he makes that chip mandatory. And they're going to be the first ones chipped up, man. We can see it as clear as day. You see, it's already setting up like that. So yeah, terrible times is coming. And we warned you. You can't say we didn't warn you. But you didn't want to listen. So this is what's coming. And ultimately, this place right here is going to be destroyed by fire, as we know. But it's going to be a whole lot worse before that. The Lord's going to make this place suffer tremendously. All right? So Micah 2:10 says, arise ye and depart, for this is not to rest. Right? Arise ye with this truth, this knowledge, this wisdom, through the testimony of our Lord Yahushua, man. And depart from America. Depart from Esau's system, his support system. For this is not your rest. It wasn't set up for you to be comfortable. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. It's like leaning on a twig. You see? And you know goddamn well that twig ain't gonna be able to support you, man. So eventually, when that twig snaps, then you're gonna fall along with it, unless you're leaning on Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. Right? Because we don't depend on America. We know that this place is going out. So in that time, we're going to seek protection from Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai to support us with everything that we need. All right. Meanwhile, everyone else who denied this truth, they're going to be out there. Isaiah 31, he says, woe or destruction to the rebellious children. Yeah, you 2/3 niggas out there who, Hear the prophets on the highways and byways or on the internet, YouTube, but you refuse to hearken. The scripture say you turn away the shoulder, so when you cry, the Lord's not going to hear, man, because we're crying out right now to you. The Lord's crying out to you through us. So when that time comes, in which you're going to cry unto us, the Lord is not going to hear. You see? So it's going to be sad out there, man, for you jakes who deny this truth. Woe to rebellious children, said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shah, they take counsel, but not of me. Right? You seeking counsel from Esau in this system. Esau's governmental assistance, where it may be EBT, SNAP benefits, whatever it may be, your paycheck, man, your week by week paycheck. It says in the cover of the covering, but not of my spirit, that it may add sin to sin. So yeah, you're not covering yourself with this truth, this word, that's going to serve as a protection in an evil day. It says that they may add sin to sin. It says that walk to go down into Egypt, all right? Because pretty much you're degressing when you go and seek help from Esau in a time like this. It says, and have not asked at my mouth. Right, again, man, you have not asked about what's going on through the ones who are speaking his word on the highways and byways. As these things that are happening currently in the earth are being openly spoken about by the prophets. We're sitting there explaining to you what's going on. America's falling. There's going to be famines, this and that. A chip is going to be implemented. And you refuse to believe it. Right? So guess what? It says, continue reading, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So therefore, shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust and the shadow of Egypt your confusion, because at the end of the day, you're going to be perplexed, as Luke 21:25. You're going to be lacking resources. You're going to be lacking answers, because ultimately the only thing that makes sense is his testimony. Let's let you know before time all these things that are coming, so that you won't be confused and perplexed and ultimately make a rash decision to go into Esau and take his form of salvation in that chip that's going to be made mandatory once the famine kicks in and all hell breaks loose. So yeah, this is going to be your confusion for denying his word. So let's go down to verse 12, where it says, wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise his word. Yeah, you despise his truth, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay the wrong. Yeah, so you trust in this perverse, crooked system ran by the damn devil Esau Edom that needs a complete overhaul. Matter of fact, it needs to be destroyed. And that's what the Lord is coming to do. But first, he's going to bring it down very low with these plagues. And so if you don't want to get caught up in that, then your best bet is to escape, from the grasp of Esau by subscribing to this truth. And then you'll have a support system with Yahweh Bashim Shai in a time of evil. So it says, therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall. Yeah. And we see the water seeping through the cracks of the wall, man. And with every news article, the cracks become bigger and bigger, until eventually this wall or the support system that you have is going to fall. So it says, swelling out in a high wall whose breaking cometh suddenly and in instance. You see? So in an instance, this whole system is going to collapse. Then what are you going to do? You're going to panic? All hell's going to break loose. Then what? You're going to seek refuge from Esau's military and his government, and then you're going to go and get chipped up, man, because you denied his word. That's what's coming. Matter of fact, we'll end it off with this. Isaiah 36 and verse 6. It says, lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed, which is on Egypt, America, whereon if a man lean, see, it will go into his hand. So if you lean on America's support system, then eventually this broken reed, all right, will go into your hand. And this is spiritually speaking about this chip. It says, and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him, right? So this is, in the spiritual sense, it's speaking about you being pierced with this goddamn chip, man. Because you want your life to continue here. The scriptures say that he that seeketh to save his life shall lose it, but he that loses life for Yahweh's sake and the gospel shall find it. Because ultimately, you're not going to go to Esau when all hell breaks loose. But you're going to depend on what's written in the scriptures through the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And in return, as our Lord said, my servants shall eat and they shall drink. And they'll ultimately be protected and preserved from these said perils, as you read in 2 Ezra 9 and verse 7 and on down. You know? So yeah, we at that point. And this devil is lying his ass off. And you Jakes are still buying it. You LL Cool J ass niggas, man. But death and destruction to you 2/3 niggas. You know? We just hope to win part of 2/3. So we just want to get the hell up out of here, man, soon. So hey, Lord willing, you will edify until next time I say Shalom.